Almost every empire eventually fell. Today, we count down the top 10 richest cartels in history, based on historical evidence, estimated revenues, and documented influence. Stay until the end to discover the two criminal organizations that generated more wealth than almost any other illegal enterprise ever recorded. If you enjoy true crime documentaries based on real history, subscribe for more. Number 10, Gulf Cartel, Mexico. The Gulf Cartel is one of Mexico's oldest criminal organizations, tracing its origins to the 1930s in the border state of Tamaulipas. It originally focused on smuggling alcohol before expanding into cocaine, heroin, methamphetamine, and human trafficking. Its location near the United States made it one of the country's most profitable trafficking organizations. During the 1990s and early 2000s, it reportedly generated hundreds of millions of dollars annually through drug smuggling and cross-border crime. The cartel's military-style enforcement arm, known as Los Zetas, eventually broke away in 2010. The split triggered years of violent conflict that weakened both organizations. Today, the Gulf Cartel still exists but has lost much of its former power due to internal fighting in government operations. Rather than relying solely on violence, the cartel invested heavily in corruption, bribery, and political influence. During the 1990s, coordinated law enforcement operations led to the arrests of its top leaders, marking the organization's decline. If you're enjoying this countdown, subscribe now. Every week we explore real criminal organizations, unsolved mysteries, and historical cases using verified information from documented investigations. Your support helps us continue producing fact-based true crime documentaries. 9. Los Zetas, Mexico. Los Zetas began as elite Mexican Special Forces soldiers who deserted and became enforcers for the Gulf Cartel. They quickly transformed into one of the most feared criminal organizations in the world. Unlike many traditional cartels, Los Zetas diversified into kidnapping, fuel theft, extortion, migrant smuggling, and drug trafficking. This broad criminal portfolio generated enormous profits estimated in the hundreds of millions of dollars annually. Their extreme violence shocked even rival criminal groups. Public executions and mass killings became part of their strategy to spread fear. Continuous military pressure and the deaths or arrests of senior leaders caused the organization to fragment into smaller factions. Number 8, Juárez Cartel, Mexico. The Juárez Cartel rose to power by controlling one of the busiest drug trafficking routes into the United States through Ciudad Juárez. Led for years by Amado Carrillo Fuentes, known as the Lord of the Skies, the cartel used a massive fleet of aircraft to transport cocaine from South America into Mexico before moving it across the border. By the mid-1990s, the organization controlled billions of dollars in drug shipments and became one of the wealthiest criminal groups of its time. After Carrillo Fuentes died during plastic surgery in 1997, leadership struggles and government crackdowns weakened the cartel significantly. Number 7, Cali Cartel, Colombia. The Cali Cartel became one of Colombia's most powerful cocaine trafficking organizations after quietly expanding while avoiding the public attention that surrounded its biggest rival. Founded by the Rodriguez Orihuela brothers and José Santa Cruz Landano, the organization built an international network spanning North America and Europe. Investigators estimated that at its peak, the cartel controlled a large share of the world's cocaine trade and earned billions of dollars. Rather than relying solely on violence, the cartel invested heavily in corruption, bribery, and political influence. Number 6, Tijuana Cartel, Mexico. The Tijuana Cartel, controlled by the Arellano Felix family, became one of the most dominant trafficking organizations along the U.S. Mexico border during the 1990s. Its control of the Tijuana crossing allowed the cartel to move enormous quantities of cocaine, marijuana, heroin, and methamphetamine into the United States, generating billions in criminal revenue over time. The organization became notorious for targeted assassinations and violent turf wars. Arrests, internal conflicts, and the deaths of several family leaders gradually reduced its influence. Number 5, Sinaloa Cartel, Mexico. The Sinaloa Cartel evolved into one of the world's largest international drug trafficking organizations through decades of expansion across multiple continents, under leaders including Joaquin, El Chapo, Guzman and Ismael, El Mayo, Zambada. The cartel trafficked cocaine, fentanyl, methamphetamine, heroin, and marijuana into dozens of countries. U.S. authorities have estimated that the organization generated billions of dollars annually at its peak. Despite numerous arrests and leadership changes, the cartel has demonstrated remarkable resilience by adapting its operations and maintaining international supply networks. Number 4, Medellín Cartel, Colombia. During the 1980s, the Medellín Cartel transformed the global cocaine trade. Led by Pablo Escobar alongside partners including the Ochoa brothers and Carlos Leder, the cartel flooded international markets with cocaine. At its height, U.S. authorities estimated that the cartel controlled roughly 80% of the cocaine entering the United States. The organization generated billions of dollars every year, making it one of history's richest criminal enterprises. Its campaign of bombings, assassinations, and attacks against judges, journalists, and politicians turned Colombia into one of the world's most violent countries. Following years of coordinated operations. 3. Guadalajara Cartel, Mexico. Often called the organization that modernized Mexico's drug trafficking system, the Guadalajara Cartel united several powerful traffickers under one network during the 1980s, led by Miguel Ángel Félix Gallardo with Ernesto Fonseca Carrillo and Rafael Caro Quintero. The cartel coordinated large-scale marijuana and cocaine trafficking between Colombia, Mexico, and the United States. The kidnapping and murder of DEA agent Enrique Kiki Camarena in 1985 triggered massive international investigations and pressure from both Mexican and U.S. authorities. The arrests of key leaders eventually caused the organization to split into several future cartels, including the Sinaloa, Juárez, and Tijuana organizations. Number 2, Cali Cartel, peak wealth. By the mid-1990s, the Cali Cartel had become one of the richest criminal organizations ever documented. Investigators estimated that it controlled around 80% of the world's cocaine market after the fall of Medellin. Billions of dollars flowed through complex money laundering networks involving legitimate businesses, banks, and international shell companies. Unlike many rivals, the cartel often preferred bribery over open warfare. Its strategy allowed it to expand quietly while accumulating extraordinary wealth. Eventually, intelligence operations and coordinated international investigations dismantled its leadership, although its trafficking networks influenced future criminal groups. Number 1, Medellín Cartel, peak wealth. The richest cartel in modern criminal history remains the Medellín Cartel under Pablo Escobar. According to multiple historical accounts and financial estimates, the cartel generated as much as 60 to 70 million US dollars every day during its peak years in the late 1980s. Annual revenues have been estimated at over $20 billion, with some estimates even higher after adjusting for inflation. Escobar became one of the richest criminals ever recorded, reportedly appearing on lists of the world's wealthiest individuals during the 1980s. The cartel spent millions every month replacing cash destroyed by moisture, rats, or storage damage because it earned more money than it could safely hide. Its legacy extends far beyond wealth. Tens of thousands of deaths, widespread corruption, terrorism, and decades of instability permanently changed Colombia and reshaped international drug enforcement policies. Although the cartel collapsed after Escobar's death in 1993, its impact continues to influence organized crime around the world. Now give me 10 Taylor Google visual. The world's richest cartels earned fortunes measured in billions of dollars, but every one of them left behind violence, corruption, and countless victims. Their rise changed international law enforcement forever and reshaped the global fight against organized crime. If you enjoy carefully researched true crime documentaries based on verified historical events, subscribe, like this video, and turn on notifications. Which criminal organization surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments, and we'll see you in the next documentary.